Hello, everybody. My name's Chris. Working on a little game, just trying to get something done in one day. If you follow me on social media, I'm Lou Bagel. Working on a game called Survive the Day. But today, I'm just kind of challenging myself to see if I can just make a tiny little game from, not from scratch, but just start on a tiny little game and get something finished today in the few hours I have. So here's a little red guy here. Shoot some arrows. I got some deer here now, or that's what they came out to be. Anyway, right now I'm just working on, I want the deer to kind of bounce around the first thing. And let's see, I started on something, there's probably a much better way to do this, but I'm just kind of rushing through stuff. So I just created a variable to make them a state machine, so they start at rest. On the timer that switches to bounce, it saves their starting height. Then I need to change this to start. What? Actually, I think. Let's see if this works. What is it? Not corp. Carp. And then there's an altitude variable, so that we know how far the shadow should be away. So I messed something up. That's fun. Kind of like being a bad programmer, because that way I get to see weird stuff like that happen. Not weird, just when I mess up. Okay. That definitely is. So I had the altitude using the y variables, which if it's moving up 10 pixels, I just want to go from 0 to 10. Something still must be wrong, but let's see what happens. Jump. And they fall down. I like that. I actually want to see if I can shoot them before they on their way down. All right. Oh, that's why. Okay, so they do a little hop there. What I can do, I'll just copy this for now. Replace deer. So they should hop And then they'll start a timer when they land. They'll switch to rest state. And then on the timer, it'll reinitiate it. But let's just speed it up a lot. Let's just try that. See how it looks. It's kind of up. And now they're going down. That's what I need to do. Is forgot to reset the variable. So what happened was when it re-looped, the progress variable was still 1 or above 1. And so it didn't restart. First to 0. And they're doing a little hop there. And they slowly quit because I have this 0 in here. So maybe it doesn't change. Yeah. 1. Let's see if that's still. See if they quit hopping. I'm not sure who will be interested in this since I'm not a very good programmer or game dev, and probably only game devs will be interested in this. Alright, so they're hopping there. Let's see what it's like when I shoot them. And they're still hopping when I shoot them. So, definitely need to go back up. I really need to get used to keeping this organized because now it's a mess to figure out what I'm doing. So, when they're dead, let's set their state. Dead. Trying to think about their altitude. Actually, what I'm going to do, let's not do that. Let's see if we can get them to land when they're dead. So, progress 1. I already have a variable for if they're alive. So, if they are alive, restart the timer and set it to rest. That's not what I want. Else, we will just change their state to dead. Let's see what that looks like. Hopping, hopping, shoot him in the face. And that didn't work. Let's just do this. Time. If they are not alive, let's set that to Don't really like it that much. We'll leave it for the moment. And what I want to do, let's throw that in there. Try to keep it organized as I go. What I want to do is add the behavior of pen to the arrows. So when an arrow collides with an enemy, I want to pin to object to that enemy. Position angle should be fine. See if that works. Yeah, there we go. Back. Ooh, did something happen there? I feel like there was a little glitch where once they all died, something selected all of them. So, yep. So that something with the shadow placement, I believe, or it's alive. Yeah, I just don't think the hopping works well with how I did the shadow. But what I want to do now, keep moving, is add global variable of arrows. I think 25 might be a good number. Also, while I'm adding that, I'll do score. So, set another condition. Global arrows is greater than 0. We add it to here also. We might have to change that. Oh, let's just do it now. What I want is, for obviously it's not going to shoot if you don't have an arrow, but if you don't have an arrow, I want it to give a little message. And I'll come back to that. A comment too. I think I'll remember. So when it released, subtract 1 from arrows when player collides with the arrow, it destroys it, and I want to add 1 to arrows. So it's going to be really simple. You're going to have 25 arrows. When you shoot them, you have to go pick them up. What I need to do now, though, is add a little HUD. screen text. That's fine for now. Just text. I'm just going to do HUD for now. And what I want, instead of doing it a bunch of different times, to update the HUD, what I'm going to do is just make a function. Because we're probably going to put the score in the same text box, because I want this to be really simple. Now, for those of you that have never used construct, it might be like, for example, here where I put a space in between, update HUD, update space HUD. Normally in other programming, you wouldn't use a space. You either run them together, put a dash, but that's kind of what construct does, is help you, makes the syntax a little bit easier. You don't really have to worry about that kind of stuff because, like, for example, let me show you. Wherever I want to, let's just actually do it here. So if I want to call this function, I can just do that, put the quotes, and it'll pop up the options. So don't have to really worry as much about naming conventions, which is good and bad because I program websites and such, so don't want to get into bad habits, but just going for readability here, basically. So we're going to do arrows. It's going to update the text to arrows, and then arrows, new line, and score, which I haven't. Oh, what did I do? Oh, but I didn't select the variable. I selected the object. All right, so now every time something's going to change, we want to call that. Just copy that. Control C. And every time you shoot, that should work for now. Alright, so I can't shoot. Let's pick some up. Ooh. Probably slow the guy down a little bit. Of course, it's kind of fun to move fast, so depends on how the enemies start moving and such. All right. What should I do next? So, I think what I want to do, if an arrow hits an enemy, if the enemies, now let's just make it simple. Change the enemies. I was going to do a check to see what the state is, which I might have to do. But for now, I just want to change the state to angry. Of course, if they're bouncing, that's going to mess them up. That's why it's really important to plan out and stay organized, probably. Huh. But I'm not doing that today. In fact, what I'm going to do, I hate making extra variables, but I'm going to take the deer, add a variable, I guess I'll do it to the whole enemies in case I want other enemies to bounce. Change it to bounce. Make it a boolean. Start out false. And go back and change enemy states. So instead of state is bounce, add under condition. Bounce. So now when the rest is state to bounce, we're going to change the boolean to bounce. Enemies. Okay, so that way the bounce loop or bounce will finish even if we change the state in the middle. So let's see if I change that right there. I love it though. Actually, I could just watch that over and over again. Oh dear, jumping out the face of the earth. So deer is bounce out. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I actually don't want it. Oh yeah, that's good. So we gotta turn the boolean off then. Was alive. We bounce. Alright, so it's bouncing. Alright, so that guy's angry now. So it's not bouncing, but when the deer is angry, let's not even have a timer. Enemy compared to state. Probably I want him to charge. So right now I'm just going to do set position to, let's see. I just want to do something quick, then I'll change it. This is definitely not going to be the final product, but I like to test as I go. So if player X is greater than enemy X question mark enemies X, we're just going to start with this one flip. Oh, and then we're going to change this X plus 1 player X player Y is greater than enemies Y enemies Ooh. So if I did this right, it should just move 1 pixel every tick towards them, which probably be really difficult to avoid if it's... Oh! Wow. All those deer chasing me. They're bouncing too. Wow. They're bouncing. Even if they're dead, they're... What did I do? I got one of those. Oh man. The dead ones are chasing me. I love making mistakes. So, I probably need to change it so they don't become angry if they're dead. That would be a good caveat. What else? Oh, I'm also selecting all of them somehow. Because I chose deer. Deer. Wait. Deer with enemies. Wow. Ooh, he's chasing me now. Don't like that. So first of all, he's kind of going a little low. So also don't like that he's going up and down, because it's with the 2 choices, he's not going to stay the same. He's either going to go up or down. And I kind of knew that. I kind of knew that wasn't going to work, but I just kind of wanted to see how it went. What I think I'm do is add start X. Finish X. I already have to start Y. Let's see if that gets in trouble using that. Then finish Y. And we're going to make him charge a path. I'm just going to toggle this disabled for now. So angry. Gonna add another condition. Trigger only once. This is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna set. Let's set progress to 0. Of course, this interferes with the bouncing, so that's why I like to do the timers. So we're going to do move this up here. So every time bounce finishes, We're going to start a timer. Hopefully that will work. All right, so when he's angry, just going to delete this. Set progress to 0. Set start Y to enemies Y. Start X. And programming enemies is actually something I haven't really done much. You've seen me, the game I'm working on, Survive the Day. It's about surviving the office workday, so there's not really enemies. Basically like a RPG without any combat. You just walk around and talk to people and solve problems. Anyway, we're going to start with the finish. Will be where the player's at. I'll probably update that to make them run through a little bit. So, after you set those variables, I want to change his state. To charge. And I'm wondering if there's a better way to do this. I'd love to hear your feedback. Because I'm a total hobbyist. Just figure out stuff as I go. So there's probably more efficient ways, which, this little game probably won't matter, but start doing something bigger. All right, so it might start causing issues. So we'll probably change this to speed right now, but the progress, well, we're just going to add 0.05 for now. So that means they're actually going to go faster. It's actually going to go faster the farther away it is. Because I'm just going to do a lerp. So I'm going to set its position. Which I actually really like lerp. You don't have to use any behaviors. It's basically just I'm setting, oops, that's not what I want. So enemies, they're starting X. I don't want to use X because that will change as it moves. The start X will be set. The start Y is set. And then progress. Oops. Man. Really making a lot of mistakes here. Oh well. Maybe I just won't put this out. Start Y. Start Y. Progress. Actually, I just realized the easiest way is, so when the progress equals 1, if you don't know how lerp works, you take basically the start number and the finish number. Should I put start twice? Wow. Yeah, I'm probably really confusing people. All right, so you take a start number and the finish number. So the start number is 0, finish number is 100. Then this is the progress. So 0 progress, it would be 0. 1 would be 100. 0.5 would be 50. So if you think of the progress as a percentage between 0 and 1, right, like a percentage, so 0 is 0%. That doesn't make sense anyway. 0 is at the start, 100 is at the finish, so it will move linearly across those lines. So usually you check for if the progress equals 1, you stop it because that's where you want it to be. But since I want it to run through, I'm going to do 1.2. Let's just start with 2 and see how that goes. We're just going to set the state back to angry. That way he should stop moving, and we'll start a timer again. 1 second's fine for now. I don't really know what I want, but my wife just texted me how's it going. She doesn't know I am making video games right now instead of working on getting some new website business or running errands like taking the car to get the oil changed. So I also coach soccer and I have a bunch of stuff I have to get done that for the start of the season. But instead I'm doing this. Okay. Recording for 38 minutes. Wow. I don't know if anyone's going to watch it that long. I might have to cut it off soon. Probably should get some other stuff done anyway. Well, let's get this charge figured out. So, it's not charging now. So, when I hit him, it's bouncing. Arrow on collision with enemy. Set state to angry. I did not start a timer because I just changed it. So let's just copy it. Why are they still bouncing though? He's angry. Ooh. What's going on there? Why? Ooh, look at him go. He's not stopping though. So I want to see this bouncing thing. Here's bouncing. really making a mess of it here. But that's why I'm trying to do this. Make a big mess, and I can learn from it next time. Bounce, I think it is. It really helps if you write all your state progress down, which you want to change from one state to. So let's take angry. Should I do? Why is it not stopping? Who's oh, equal to 1.2. Greater or equal to. More silly mistakes. All right, let's see. Ooh. 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 Oh. Wow. Look at that guy go. Oh, wow, look at that shadow. Flew off his shadow. Wow. Alright, let's get this right first. So, add another condition, which is good to add to everything. They have to be alive. Then, actually, I want to go a little bit farther. And then we need to create a. Did I create a speed already? Oh, 0 speed. So, we create a speed. We'll just start with 10. We'll work with that. The reason I picked 10 out of the blue is just so I can make a monster half as slow at 5 or marginally slower at 8 or so the progress needs to be distance equals speed times time, so so the time. I can't do this stuff in my head. Distance equals speed times time, so time divided by speed. So distance from so start start x enemies start y enemies finish x enemies which I probably could have that doesn't make sense. It's going to be speed divided by distance. Greater the distance, the slower the progress goes. Maybe something sounded off. Enemies speed divided by distance. So the faster the enemy goes, the faster the progress goes. The bigger the distance, the longer it takes. What is that? Start X, start Y, finish X, finish Y. Actually, see how that goes. Let's make some people angry. See if they move at a steady rate. That goes pretty fast. Let's adjust it to 5. I like that shadow leg. Guess I should put the shadow after. I think it needs more follow through, actually. Probably slow it down at the beginning, though. If these are the first enemies, I don't want players to lose and be all set. Yeah, that's good. Ooh, got him. Okay. Pick up the arrows. So now what we're going to do is let's make a start X, start Y. It's going to be for something different, but I could have done the arrows using lerp, but this is actually for, I want to give a higher score the farther away you shoot them. So when you shoot, I'm going to set the start X to arrow. Actually, let's just do the player X. And it just gives you an extra couple of pixels. Oops. What did I do? Think of something else. Thinking while I'm talking. Can't do both. Sure, we'll do the player Y too. And then we are going to collision. Probably don't need a variable for this, but I'll do it just in case I want it later. X. So when it hits, I'm going to set the finish X and the finish Y. Finish Y. Oops. Arrow. Y. And then let's do. I'm just gonna make a function just in case I want to reuse it later. Calculate arrowhead score. Might completely change it later. And we're going to call the function. And add a parameter, distance. Oh, man. Weather sirens going off outside. My dog is looking uneasy. But I continue on. 15 minutes. Start X. So I'm just going to send the distance in here. Like I said, I didn't really need to set those variables probably, but so I'm going to set the distance. I haven't figured out a score system. But we're just going to add the distance. Oops. To the score. Then let's add, let's kind of see what that was. I wanted to do that first to kind of see. Let's hit them up close. Ooh, oh, yeah. I got. Oh, it updated the score there. So 43. What if I hit them from way over here? Oh, wow. I thought you'd be dead. Can I hit you twice? No. 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 Get some sound effects. Ooh. What? Oh, yeah. Hey, so that was a lot of points. Alright, so first of all, before I forget what I want to do, do something really simple. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Use GIMP because it's free. What should we do? Like this? Should we do it all the way down? Oh, it's like a blob. Give him a little neck? I don't know. Art takes me a while, so that's why I'm keeping this one super simple. Hoping that would help me finish something more quickly. Here, move his head up. Completely level. I think we're going to have to deal with it. So, dear animation, let's call it charge. Actually, have to duplicate that just to try to keep the center point the same, but I have to enlarge it anyway. Oh well. I just have to make sure to get this origin looks the same to me. So let's do state charge is alive. Let's change set animation to charge. Back here, let's set animation to default, I guess. Probably make an angry animation to keep it consistent. Also, let's add down here. When we change the score, let's update the HUD. While he's charging, if actually, guess what to do. Compare two values. Start enemy start X is greater than enemy start Y. Whoops. Finish X. So if the X is greater, so the start is to the right, that means we want to mirror. So he'll be going now, because they're facing to the left on the default. So mirrored, we're facing to the right. Yeah, just test it out and see. All right. Put his head down, charge at me. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. All right. Definitely want to round that. Let's round. And let's just round that. And then let's give a score. We'll start with 100. And maybe more monsters will go higher. So when the health equals 0, add to score, enemies score. Actually, I don't want to get the score when they die. I think a good way to so player on collision with an enemy sub event enemy compare is alive. Usually I'd use an else, but I think I'm going to copy it in case I want to add other parameters. Like maybe if the player is invincible for some reason. So I don't want to do a straight else. But I want to destroy the enemy, but first add the score. Wait, did I do that up there? Gotta take that out. Cut that. Before I destroy it, just in case. Alright, so let's see how it goes. Oh, 61 points. Not bad. Got 176. 276. Got my arrow back. So deer are probably going to be an easier enemy, as they should, right? But I think I'm going to take a break now. Probably need to get some other stuff done. Ooh, that's not good. Did not die. Shot him twice. Why is he not dead? He's dead. Alright, it's coming along a little bit. Probably next thing to do is to make another enemy. Probably want at least 4 different types. They need to make them spawn, obviously. Make a game over. But I think I'm going to cut the recording for now. For anyone that hasn't seen, let me give a little plug to what I've been working on. Cheap plug. This is Survive the Day level 1 that I've been working on. So you're Dave, you're trying to get some coffee. Don't want to get caught by Chatty Cathy because she will just talk. And if you didn't notice, it's 6:43 in the morning, so now the trick or the hint is you turn on computers to distract them. That seems to be the thing that everybody is missing. I need to make that hint a little more clear. I'll keep playing it. I also have a little glitch where she can't find a good path to get to the computer and gives up. This level is basically done, but there's that glitch to work out, hints to put in on what to do. I do have some hints from the jammer. To zoom in just to see the artwork. Left the mug on the desk. Down here she just talks some gibberish. Not really gibberish, but kind of annoying stories. Now I got the mug. Maybe I'll get caught on purpose just so you can see what she does. So glad you're here. I have so much to tell you. Which, of course, you don't want to listen to. And then she launches into a story. And you can listen more if you really want to hear the stories that I made up. Just, then you can try again. Anyway, just thought I'd give a little plug for that. If you're watching, thanks for watching. Doubt there'll be that many of you, but thank you.